All right, Patriots. We're gonna try this again. We'll figure it out. Now we're getting weak spots in the transmissions. All right, Docs and Grandma. I hit the wrong button. Wow, we've all figured this out in record time. It's like almost like it happened before. Yeah, I hit the wrong button there, getting rid of the meme, man. I was getting all fancy and stuff. And we're back. J6 News updates in chat. Day 1093. Since the DOJ took away our constitutional rights. Silly for him, hello. We miss you too. We hope you're doing well and getting some rest. Praying for you. Hey, crying in the dark. All right, do we get everybody back? No, the back door. All right. Yeah, we're praying for you, Sylvia. We had Sunkiss filling us in yesterday. I hope your fingers are working and not too painful. That rheumatoid arthritis is horrible. It is really bad. Hi, Jane Febo, Annette Park. I don't know how the sound level is here. Yeah, how about that? How about that? Patriot Roy D. Let's post that. Another thing that's going around. Republicans resigning en masse so that we lose our Republican majority in the House of Representatives that we all voted in to have. It's kind of weird. Kind of weird how that happens. But you know, really, Patriots, it's not a news flash. Our representatives haven't done anything for us in the last 3 years. It's been 3 years. On January 6th, it'll be 3 years since our government has totally left us hanging. And you know what insanity is when you keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And what we're dealing with right now is expecting a different result out of these people that don't represent us whatsoever. Yeah, we're glad you're back, Silly. That's awesome. That is awesome. Uh-oh, did they take her phone away, Sunkissed? She's probably hiding it under the blankets or something. Oh, Hilda, that sounds good. Homemade buttermilk cornbread, homemade kraut. Yes, eating good in the neighborhood at Hilda's place there. Haven't done a thing for us, Patriot T. So what we got to do is figure out the course of action here. Figure out the course of action that we, the Patriots, got to take. And that's what it's going to come down to, I think, here. Swing it around this way. Fix this. All right, so let's just get into Freedom Corner last night. Yeah, I did. I had pork and sauerkraut. We had a pig roast and a Christmas tree burning party. That's always a good time too. And yeah, that's the good luck dinner here, crying in the dark. Pork and sauerkraut. So last night at Freedom Corner, Tuesday, was vigil number 519 in a row. Patriots keep it going on down there. Mickey got up and spoke right after Dwight prayed, or no, it wasn't Dwight prayed. We had like a conference call or something there with another prayer group. And Mickey is our latest thing we're going to try doing here is to everyone put a yellow porch light on, a yellow bulb in your porch light. And then hopefully whenever you see a yellow bulb out there, then you'll know that that's a J6er, somebody who's concerned about the J6ers that's got that porch light on there. And we all tried the yellow ribbon thing. That's how that got started, to tie a yellow ribbon around the tree for the J6ers. And we've been doing that for a year or so now. A lot of people still wearing the ribbons. A lot of people still have them in their icon for their name on YouTube there. To see, you can see there, Silly for Him's got one. J6 Patriots right there on her icon. Yeah, Silly, if you were here, we'd all be taking care of you. I'm getting you up here. Silly's back. Don't work too hard, Silly. Don't work too hard. All right, then we got a phone call from James Grant. James Grant has been in that jail been in jail for 2 years. He spent time in Northern Neck. He spent time in Lewisburg. He's in the DC Gulag right now. And James Grant has been searching for this video for a long time. This video that shows him on the second level of the Senate side of the Capitol, next to a broken window, and he's talking people out of breaking out another window there. He needs this video for his sentencing. And he feels that it will help him in his sentencing in showing that he wasn't there. He didn't plan to go there to partake in an insurrection, you know. He was there expressing his First Amendment rights, trying to get our standing in unison with a million other people, to let our representatives know that that election, there was a lot of funny stuff that happened in that election. We spent 2 months watching all the analysis of that election. There's a lot of information coming out about that right now, too. There is a 32-page document, the summary of election fraud, that's out there right now. It's, I believe it was in a Gateway Pundit article today, and they have the whole 32 pages in there if you want to take a look at that. It goes over Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Arizona, and Georgia, and the analyses that have taken place since the election on studies. And things like in Pennsylvania, there's more people, more mail-in ballots came into the counting areas than were sent out. And it's just about like 200,000 ballots. And, you know, midnight on election night, Donald Trump was up 695,000 votes in Pennsylvania. And then lo and behold, a couple days later, we get this guy, Jesse Morgan, talking about this truckload of ballots he drove into Lancaster, Pennsylvania from New York. And how he usually had the same trailer every day, and all of a sudden the next day he doesn't have that trailer. Weird stuff. And then, you know, everybody, all the Biden people are screaming, oh, he's lying, that's not true. Well, then it turns out exactly as many ballots as he said would fit on that trailer is how many ballots more came in than were sent out here. So I don't know how this stuff does not get prosecuted. It's a serious lack of law enforcement and a serious lack on our part, people. We got to stand up. We got to make our voices known. Of course, that's a little harder to do now since they started arresting J6ers for doing the exact same thing. All right, Kathy. And the yellow ribbon. That's a great tradition since the 60s. That's right. That started way back when. I can't remember what that started for. That was for our POWs, wasn't it? That didn't come home from Vietnam. I think when that started. Tony Orlando wrote the song. So yeah, there's this new document out, the Summary of Election Fraud. And it's on a Gateway Pundit article that came out today. You can scroll down to that, or you can look it up yourself. It's at cdn.nucleusfiles.com. And then let's see, if anybody can find that video for James Grant, man. I tried looking for it. I'm not savvy at the computer thing. I don't know how to get access to all the videos that supposedly have been released here. Oh, hey, this is near me. Biden plans speech on dangers of white supremacy at Valley Forge on anniversary of J6. Protests supremacist. All right, I'm going to look that up because that's about 45 minutes away from me right here. Maybe I can yell FJB really loud so he, while he's speaking in there or something. We'll see. Thanks for that, silly for him. I didn't see that article yet. Missed you, sweetheart. Yeah, and Marlene McCrae, we've been praying for you too. We know you broke your leg a while back, like 2 weeks ago. And we're praying for you too, Marlene. There's so many of us patriots that are going through some hard times right now. And we're getting through it. I mean, Father God's got us. We look to him for our support and everything. But man, it just seems like everybody's going through something horrible right now. We will overcome. We will persevere. All right, I got some bad network here. See what we can do about this. Court rules Trump is innocent in Officer Brian Sicknick's death. I didn't know Brian Sicknick was trying to sue Trump. Is that news? I do know the Sicknick family's trying to sue Julian Cotter, who is a J6er. Oh, regardless of what Joe Biden tries to tell you. 4 patriots died on J6, though, and they were pretty nasty, brutal murders. A lot of people got beat up, like Victoria White and many others. And Victoria is now suing in a civil case against them. The next phone call at Freedom Corner last night was Dominic Box, and he had Chris Quaglin as his sidekick. They're calling it the DNC show. And I think that's like Dominic and Chris show, DNC, get it? And they were talking about the vigils that are going to be all over the country coming up on J6, on the 3rd anniversary of January 6th. There's going to be vigils. In addition to the normal one at the DC Gulag, there's going to be vigils in Texas, LA with Mama Earth. Mama Earth will be broadcasting that one live, I do believe. Check out her 5 extra seconds to finish a sentence after her time ran out. She's got videos. And if you want to find out where all the vigils are, go to Mickey's website, forashley.com, and she has them all conglomerated there on her website. You can get the scoop there. I would imagine that Soup Mama also has them all on her website, on her YouTube page, because that's what Soup Mama does. She gets all the patriot action that's going on in the country. She collects it and then puts notifications out on her YouTube channel about where they are. That way, wherever you are, you can look up, see if there's something going on in your neighborhood there. Man, that's like all I can think about right now is go to Valley Forge on J6. So yeah, Dominic Box and Chris Quaglin, they were kind of yucking it up a little, talking with Tammy and Mickey about that. About the fact that there are just tens of thousands of people coming over per day on this border, on our border. And all right, silly for him. MGB down in Tulsa, Oklahoma. J6 flag wave and a convoy. Awesome, man. Patriots, activate. Get involved. Yeah. And then Jay Jones, is that the same one you're going to be at, Jay, at the Tulsa one? Or are you going to be, I heard there was one down in Texas also. So we got it going on. Check out those sources, forashley.com website. And Stormtrooper, 1791 Stormtrooper on YouTube is putting like little flyers up as he's filming the Freedom Corner stuff. He's putting flyers up on his videos with all this information of all these other ones. Yeah, MGB, flag waving, Patriot. That's awesome, man. It's so cool seeing you guys activated. That's awesome. There's MGB's channel. She'll be broadcasting that live, I would imagine. Looking forward to that, MGB. Haven't seen you since the Branson thing where you and Silly and Jay Jones was all down there. That was awesome, about a month or two ago. And it'll be good to see you guys in action again down there. So yeah, Dominic Box and Chris Quaglin, they were talking about the vigils all over and the border. We got to close the border. How long are we going to wait for this to happen before we, the people, do something about it? This was happening during Obama's presidency, by the way. This is nothing new. It was happening during Obama. And Trump put an end to it, like overnight, just put an end to it. Lowest amounts of illegal border crossings it ever recorded during Trump's presidency. And Obama, at that time, man, I think we were estimating there was like 9 million illegals in the country as of the end of Obama's term there. All right, appeals court unanimously rejects Biden's scheme to force ER doctors to perform abortions. What is wrong with just letting you have a relationship, a medical relationship with your doctor? You know, why does the government continually feel like they have to get involved with this stuff? I just don't understand this at all. And I don't understand why a lot of people just accept it. It's medical decisions. We got the HIPAA laws that tell you don't got to tell anybody anything about your medical conditions so that nobody can discriminate against you about your medical conditions. So why does the government just constantly jump in on this stuff? This is why we need fair, honest elections. I really, honest to God, believe that these people are not getting elected. They are fraudulent electors. You know, they did not win their elections. And we need fair elections. And I think that is the number one topic in this country. And there's so many distractions that get fired up all over the place to keep us from attending to that one problem. And if we just fix that one problem, I think it fixes a multitude of the other problems. Let's just leave these decisions up to you and your doctor. All right, silly for him. You just take it easy, Silly. She's in action, getting back into it here. Epstein list delayed until January 22nd. Here we go. As court grants Doe number 107 a 30-day extension over allegations of harm. All right, Patriots, here we go. This is what they do. I swear I read that whole list 5 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago, I read this list. It was leaked out. Now we're going to play this game with the media and all the zombies out in the world right now that haven't read the list yet. And really, when the list does come out, nothing's going to happen anyways, because our representatives don't do jack for us. And they haven't done anything for 3 years, so nothing's going to change. Even after all this information gets out of there, we, the people, need to do something about it. It's up to we, the people, to save our country at this point, patriots. It's up to we, the people. Then we got a call from David Dempsey, and he was talking about the Vigil in LA, and DJ Rodriguez, his buddy there, and he was saying how that prison that DJ's in out there is not a pleasant place, man. It's a high-rise prison that doesn't have any like outdoor facilities or anything like that. And DJ's there. I do believe there's 1 or 2 other J6 prisoners in that prison with DJ, man. Okay, you're right. I'd be bugging out too, Sunkist, in a hospital. Silly, it's so good to have you back in here. Awesome, awesome. So David Dempsey was talking about these vigils all over the place, and we just got to promote this, patriots. So put the word out. If you live in any of these areas, definitely make a concerted effort to get out there and participate in them. There hasn't been any lashing out against the people participating in J6 rallies like there was against the people that went to the Capitol on J6. So, and then that's on a Saturday also, so everybody should have the day off. Grab some friends, make a day of it, make the best of it, you know. If it's, at least, you know, try to get out there and show yourself. We need boots on the ground. That is the solution to this thing. When I'm talking about America, we got to rise up and do something about it. That's exactly what we got to do. We got to show numbers that they cannot deny, okay? One good way that this happens is on New Year's, okay? Hawaii illegalized fireworks, okay? But on New Year's, everybody in Hawaii just started setting fireworks off, okay? It was all over the place, and supposedly fireworks are illegal, okay? So I believe that this is a form of civil disobedience to show these people we're not going to take your malarkey laws, okay? Same thing in D.C., man. If you watch Sherry's video from when they went out to the gulag at midnight on December 31st this year, you can barely hear Sherry because there's so many fireworks and probably gunfire going off around D.C. down there. You can barely hear her talking. And I was there last New Year's, and it was the same thing, man. Fireworks all over the place. This is a densely populated urban area in D.C. there, and there was fireworks everywhere. I don't know if they're legal in D.C. or not. Pennsylvania, they were illegal for the longest time, and finally we got our people to make it legal to have fireworks. And fireworks are fun. They're fun, man. And, you know, it's a great way to celebrate things. It's a whole industry. Oreo's going to LA too to meet up with Mama Earth. All right. That is awesome. Come together, patriots. Here's where we come together. And this is one of these coalescing events where we come together right now and get something done here. Sherry did the roll call. And Sherry also gave a moment just to let everybody know that Stormtroopers Mod Kim has been taking care of her brother for 3 years. He had prostate cancer, and it was horrible. It was not a good thing. He was in constant pain, and Kim had been taking care of him, like full-time nursing care for David. And David passed away, and we're glad we know he's home with Jesus. He was an avid supporter of the J6 movement that Kim was involved in. And even though he wasn't like watching it every day, he would ask her every night, what happened at Freedom Corner tonight? He was an avid patriot. And David, rest in peace. And Kim, we love you so much, and we can't wait till you're done with the grieving for your brother. And then when we can get you back, we'll wait as long as we have to, Kim. All right, we got another link here. Okay, J6er Derek Vargo sues police officer who pushed him off the ledge, trying to kill him. Good. I remember that video. I thought that guy was dead for sure. I never knew that guy lived. This was the guy who was filmed, and it was shown many, many, many times because it fit right into the narrative of a guy climbing up the side wall of the Capitol on January 6th. And a cop just pushing him right off there, and he fell right out through the bottom of the picture of the camera shot. And man, I didn't think that guy lived, actually, but turns out he did. And Derek Vargo is his name. Let's see what we can do. That was no rational reason why that cop had to push him off of that ledge. Just like there's no rational reason why Victoria White had to get bashed in the head 40 whatever times while she was packed into a spot and couldn't move with no arms, no weapons on her, you know? Why was she attacked so viciously? Why was Roseanne Boylan beaten to death? I mean, this has got to come out, Patriots. This has got to come out. I hope they take him to the bank too, Angelina. I hope we get some type of justice in our court system here, Patriots. Let's see, then Jeff Sable called in right at the end of the night for our national anthem time. He's talking about this website called open.inc/collections/J6. And it is apparently, it's some, I looked this up a while ago. It's some J6 video footage that will show you other stuff that wasn't put onto the news for 3 years for everybody to watch, man. Okay, here we got an event. Jay Jones reporting. Thank you, sir. On the 20th, Nicole will speak at the 12301 Pickers Pavilion in Lindale, Texas. All right, all right. And I heard something about somebody's going to be there that we don't like or whatever. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Hey, Shadow. It's good to see. Where did I see you today? Patriot News or something, man. It's good to see you in there, man. We're spreading the word. When we're not here filming this stuff, doing live streams, we're in videos that are talking about J6, trying to move the chat in a certain direction. And I think that's another way that everybody that's at home can do this. You can get on RSBN, Right Side Broadcasting Network, when they're doing a Trump rally, and just keep reminding people, man, J6, and election fraud, and never forget COVID, never forget the election fraud. Let's not forget our J6ers. And they're, you know, otherwise, a lot of people can get caught up in all the other distraction stories that are going on. So when you're in other videos, use that ability you have to chat and try to drum up support for our J6ers. And the one true problem in this country is election fraud. If we don't fix that, we don't fix anything. So Jeff Sable called in, openinc.com, open.inc/collections/J6. Earth is some J6 videos there. Jeff Sable was saying that there is a Turbo, I love having you in there, bud. She's flying in on her broom. Oh, that's hilarious, dude. We had an earthquake in DC, all right? So there was a big earthquake in Japan. A lot of dead people over there. A weird wave in California, and an earthquake, a smaller earthquake there, like a 4.1. And then there was an earthquake in DC that was felt for quite a big area there. All right, silly for him with the link. Open Ink. This is one that Jeff Sable's been promoting. And I went on it. There was a couple of videos on there. There might be more. The collections part wasn't on there when I looked at it like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So the earthquake in DC, nobody knows. Jeff's, he's always thinking, well, it could be like tunnels blowing up underground and stuff. And could be, man. There's so many secrets. We don't even know how many secrets there are. There could be tunnels all over the place. It's a known fact that the military's been building them for a long time. And then Jeff Sable got into this 32-page document, the summary of election fraud, and gave out the website for that. And then Daniel Ball got on, and we said hello to Daniel there for a sentence or two. But it was really great, man. The J6ers sounded great, singing that national anthem at 9 o'clock every night since this whole thing started. The patriotism. How many prisoners do that kind of stuff, man? I mean, here you got guys that the government turned against them, and they're still standing for their country, singing the national anthem every single day from prison, okay? And these guys have been sentenced so far. 847 years of prison sentence has gone out of DC for J6ers for that one event. And and there's no stopping them. They're still busting people. They're still bringing in new ones every week, man. I encourage all to watch the J6 timeline video. There's lots of good videos out there, Jay, and that's one of them. The timeline is good because it kind of gives you an idea of how it all went down. Trump spoke late. He didn't get done on time, and I think that was on purpose. And then the pipe bombs were discovered that day at noon, and people were breaking in over here, but on the other side, the cops were opening the doors for people. And that's really what you got to see is a 10,000-foot view of what happened at J6 to start to get your brain around what happened there on J6. Yeah, the J6ers could start a comedy club. You're right, man. They could start a cooking show. They could start a political show. A lot of them should run for office and take over the prison system. I mean, we wouldn't have any recidivism if these guys were running prisons, man. That's for sure. Okay, I'm not sure what this one is, Sunkist. Court of Appeals has agreed to take the case against Jack Smith's authority to act as... Okay, I do know that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, there's some saying that he doesn't even have the authority. He was not appointed properly to the position of being a prosecutor in the position that he's in with the Donald Trump trial in D.C. there. So that's about it for J6, in case you missed it. We got through that. And we already started getting through news with all you guys, feeding us news. So let's hope they get Jack Smith out of there. How can they appoint people? Let's hope they find out these judges never took the proper oath, There's all kinds of weirdness, man. High-end brothels believed to be the honeypot scheme by China, Russia, South Korea. And that was those brothels that got busted like 3 months ago in the Alexandria and Connecticut area, I believe. Still haven't seen that list either. The DOJ announced that bust out of the blue, out of nowhere that came. And this was another thing besides the Epstein tapes and all this. I mean, we're finding out how easy it is to compromise people and why our government doesn't do anything for us. Because they're all compromised is the reason. That's why they're not doing anything. They are almost eliminated. They can't do anything, or they get revealed or arrested, or somebody in their family dies. Many different ways to control somebody. Small water guy shows up when he hears brothel. Unelected, that's right. Jack Smith is unelected. Okay, so what it seems like now, too, we got a lot of states are trying to get Trump off the ballot in Colorado and Michigan and Maine. They're all trying it different ways, too. You know, one, the Supreme Court did it. In Maine, the Secretary of State did it. And they're just like shopping around for a court that they can get what they want out of it, you know. Here in Pennsylvania, we had a state representative that backed Trump up on the election fraud stuff. And they're making a push now to get him taken off of the ballot here through the courts. He's a state rep. He's not even a federal representative there. Florida State Surgeon General Lombardo calls for halt in use of the COVID vaccine, mRNA vaccines. Yeah, this guy's awesome, man, this Florida State Surgeon General. He's calling it out. He's got the information. The information's out there. And the only reason our doctors or your doctor hasn't seen it yet is because he's plugging his ears and covering his eyes. It's out there. There's people after the military now. That was part of the memorandum about these 231 military personnel. Sees how the military is harming, the military leadership is harming the enlisted men by mandating these deadly vaxes. It's horrible. It's everywhere. It's on every side of us, man. We are surrounded. Time to rise up is now. It's now or never. So we got the Democrats trying to keep them off the ballot. They're trying to preserve democracy by wrecking it, basically. Doug Mastriano, I don't think he'll ever try to run again. That was a miserable experience for him. Doug Mastriano ran for governor of Pennsylvania. That was another rigged election. No doubt about it. He was at J6, actually. Okay, now we got this other guy, Bob Menendez, the New Jersey House of Representatives, elected official there. A couple weeks ago, he was busted for receiving gifts from Egypt. And then in return, he would say nice things about Egypt in upcoming legislation or whatnot. Well, they just found out he's also gotten gifts from Qatar, the country of Qatar. And he got like a nice wristwatch, and he said nice things about Qatar when they were up on the ballot for certain things. All right, we got some bad transmission here. There we go. All right. So this Bob Menendez guy's been under the scrutiny of getting kickbacks from foreign countries, and he's still in office. I don't get how that works. In the meantime, they took George Santos. They just booted him out of his chair in the House of Representatives. So the corruption is just highly visible right now. I hope America is seeing it right now. And basically what we got is a rot at the top It's at the top of the FBI, it's at the top of the military, it's at the top of our government, it's at the top of the DOJ, it's at the top of every agency in the government right now, the IRS, Homeland Security. I could just go on and on. We got to get rid of these elites that are not elected, they're appointed, and then they seize power and never let go of it, man. Yeah, our military had to get vaccinated. So, and the day is coming when they're going to let these illegals in to the military if we don't do anything about it. And that might be why they vaxxed all our guys with the very guy who invented the mRNA vaccine said, don't use it. It's not meant for this purpose. And they didn't listen to him. They didn't listen to all the other people that, they didn't listen to them. So here we are. Yeah, that old rotten diaper in the White House, man. I reported on all the swatting that happened over the holiday weekends. Like, I don't know, 20 important people got swatted over the holiday weekend. And I'm thinking, well, why can't you just swat the White House, you know? We got a pedophile in the White House. Why can't we just swat him over there, you know? What's going on? But no, this swatting thing ain't cool. And that's another breach of law enforcement. Like, basically anybody with a phone call to the cops, anonymously, non-verified, whatever. You could just call the cops up and say whatever, and they'll go swat somebody's house. I mean, that just doesn't seem lawful or legal or just at all, you know? So I don't get it. I do not get it. We got to get rid of the rot at the top, man. J6ers sentenced to a total of 847 years, and that's 450 people so far. 1,230 at least have been charged so far, and 450 have been sentenced. Okay, and then we got the Nikki Haley flap, where she's trying to pull an Obama and run for office, even though she's not a legal citizen of the country here. And this has gotten out there in the last day or two or three. Her parents were not legal citizens of America when she was born. She was born here, but her parents were not legal citizens at the time when she was born. All right. DOJ recommends just 6 months prison time for Ray Epps because he cooperated with the FBI and Congress. Okay. Samuel Azar got the same treatment. He's a J6er that we reported on a couple days ago. So you agree, you become a snitch, you rat on people, and you get let off, you know. I'm surprised he's getting 6 months, and he's not serving that yet, is he? Because I don't think he ever will. I really don't think they're going to throw Ray Epps in prison. Samuel Azar did spend some time in prison, and I'm reserving judgment on Samuel Azar because there could be something else going on there. There also could be something else going on with Ray Epps. I mean, if we got cool people still in the DOJ and the FBI, I mean, there could be an element where they are at battle. They're in a civil war inside the FBI and inside the DOJ amongst themselves. And there could be powers that are on our side inside those three-letter agencies. And there's got to be some movement going on in there. I can't imagine there's nothing like that going on in there. So time will tell. But in the meantime, we the people got to stop expecting the same results out of these losers in D.C. They've left us hanging for 3 years now. It's time to cut the cord and just take care of matters ourselves. Go change the locks on the Capitol. Go change the locks on the White House or something. Something's got to get done about this. So that's all I got today, people. I think this is our last look at the Christmas lights. I think, oh look, man, they turned lights on for me in here. I don't got to be standing in the dark. Wow. I didn't know this place lit up at night. I would have been here every day instead of doing live streams in the dark. Very cool pavilion. Look at that, man. Wow. So yeah, I think this is the last of the Christmas lights. They're all gonna be coming down here soon. Yeah, here we go. Nikki Haley's not a born citizen. Her parents did not become citizens until much after her birth. So, I mean, that's in the news now. So we'll see. I did hear that there will be a fourth Republican debate, and it's going to be on CNN. I heard that Vivek is not going to be on that debate, and neither is Trump. And that Trump is going to be doing a Fox News town hall type interview while the Republican debate is going on. And Vivek is going to get interviewed by like a webcaster or something, because he claims CNN shut him down on the last two debates, man, basically, where they were like, messing with him, calling his facts wrong and stuff like that. So Vivek is not going to be participating in that debate either, which, whoever's in that debate isn't going to win a thing, basically. So I don't know that it... No, I'm not singing Jeremiah Was a Bullfrog. So yeah, we got all the Republican shenanigans going on with the debate there. Should have used protection. Nikki Haley. Well, all right, so who is she going to debate? So that'll be Ron DeSantis, Chris Christie. Is Asa Hutchinson even still in it? And right, so they'll just, I don't know. What will they talk about too? It's funny that they really think that they're moving forward on something there, and Trump never participated in any of them and blew them all out of the water with the ratings of the show he was on while they were doing that, all 3 times, and he'll do it a 4th time here too. Democrat Senator Menendez hit with a superseding indictment, praised Qatar in exchange for luxury watches. Okay, he's a senator. I thought he was a House of Representatives guy. So I don't get why this guy's still in. This is the ineffectiveness of our Republican Party. It's because he's a Democrat. And the Republicans just won't go after people like we want them to. Like the Democrats will come after us if the Democrats want them to do that. Our spineless Republicans are just horrible. They're an embarrassment. But they're doing it because that's the game. That is the game. We have no representation in Washington, people. None. Not until we get fair and honest elections back. That is the one crucial ingredient that we need to get back. We need it back now. North Carolina ballot, 1 Democrat, 7 Republicans, and 10 independents. Wow. Yep, Christie will eat everybody's lunch in that debate, that's for sure. Who said that? Jay. Oh, man. Right, maybe they could arm wrestle or compare high-heeled shoes. We can see who can get the biggest lift in their shoes. Yeah, there we go, Turbo. That's great. All they have to do to keep Christie quiet during the debate is bring along a couple boxes of donuts. It's too easy, isn't it? It's just too easy to rag on that guy. He makes it too easy. All right, so tonight will be vigil number 520 in a row out on Freedom Corner. And there's things happening all over the country. This the lists from the brothel bust, the list from Epstein coming out. When you add, it's just little things here and there, but when you add it all together, we are starting to see that if you can call this country a battleship, you can't just spin it around, you know. So it takes a long time to turn a battleship around, and these look like the first murmurings that somebody up in the control tower is starting to make a turn here. There's things going our way. It can't continue forever the way it's going, and hopefully people are waking up, and that's our part, patriots. We have to incite a revelation to avoid a revolution, okay? And that revelation is Jesus Christ. People don't even understand that there's a God. That's how bad it is right now. That's how immoral this country has gotten so far. The basic belief in a God is vanishing in this country. And hopefully bad times should bring people back to God's, and that's where we got to just be ready with an encouraging word, a word of truth when people need to hear it at the right time. Timing is everything. Attitude is everything. When that time comes, you got to pray for the discernment and the courage and the words that you can have those words that God wants an individual to hear, that you may know or you may not know. Okay, it may be somebody you don't even know you're running into in the line in the supermarket or something. But we got to be ready for that. And I think that is even the one core issue before election, honest elections, is a belief in God and accepting Jesus Christ as your personal Savior, because you're a piece of dirt that can't save yourself, that has sinned. And we're fallen. We're a fallen race, that we were created in the image of God, and look at where we are now. You know, we got people dressing up for drag shows and stuff and trying to groom children, and worse, okay? And it is worse. And maybe that might be what God needs to make everybody aware of, is how horrible it really is. The depth of the depravity of these people that claim to be our leaders, that have fixed all our elections and claim to be our leaders. Right, we rely on the direction from God to do this. We are not going to be violent. When I say stand up, America, is standing up violent? No, it's an enshrined right. It's an enshrined duty to do this when you see something that needs to be done here in America. It's our honor to do this too. And there's nothing violent about it. We are not taking up arms. We're not going to do that. We have a system in place. We believe in the system. The system has been corrupted. We want to make it great again so that it works again. If you have an old Ferrari and you just haven't driven it for 10 years, you know, it's going to sputter a little to when you first get the thing out, but it's a Ferrari. It'll run good if you get it all going again. And that's what I believe our country is. Our country is a Ferrari. It's the best country in the world, and it's been compromised, and we let it get compromised, and we got to get it back. We want to make America great again. So, patriots, I'll leave it at that. We'll see you at the Freedom Corner for Vigil number 520 tonight. It's good to have you back, Silly for him. So good to have you back. I almost couldn't keep up with the links there. But you definitely got to continue on your path to healing here. Take it easy. Take it easy. And God bless you, patriots. It's so wonderful that you come in and check us out every day. And let's see where we can all get in action, get boots on the ground coming up next Saturday on January 6th, is the anniversary for January 6th. So God bless you all, patriots. I'll see you in the chat tonight. This is Jericho, over and out.